Hi, you Evolving Now family. I'm Andre Young, and welcome to the Thought of the Week. This week, the topic is called problem solving. Now, I love this because we all have them. You have a problem, I have a problem, the whole world has our problems, whether they're big or small. But what the heck are you going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? And what are we going to do about it? So in Thought of the Week form, I'm going to ask a question from my Evolve book, answer it, and then ask it back to you. First, our quote: "Problems are meant to be solved." Stephen Welch. Now, I love this guy, Stephen Welch. If you don't know who he is a friend of mine that I met years ago and was a motivational speaker. And he was the whole concept behind me writing this. I sat down with Stephen one day over coffee and we were talking about things, and I said, I wanted to write a book. And when I was a kid, I always had a vision of writing a book that had a question mark on it. And he looked at me and said, well, why not? And that simple question has sparked this book, that book, my book coming out in December, and more to come. I can't stop writing, so thank you so much for Stephen Welch. And before we get into problems, I want to ask that question to you. What's your dream? What do you want to do? Why not? When he asked me that question, it was so astonishing because anything that I was going to say would be me crapping on myself. And I don't like doing that. And I'm assuming that you don't like doing it either. So don't. Why not? And then do whatever needs to be done on a consistent basis to get there. So here's our question. Looking back, what was the biggest life problem that you've solved? And how'd you do it? In answering this question, my biggest life problem that I ever had the blessing and opportunity to solve was making time and taking time for my future to matter. See, before I was Mr. You Evolving Now, I was just like everybody else. I was kidding and rambunctious. I got in my share of trouble. I remember going to school and I went to club college. I had a ball almost failing out of there several times. Until one day, one moment, where I looked and I learned how to do this right here. Do you see this? This that flick of the wrist. This flick of the wrist saved my future and evolved my life. And when I decided to make my future matter and make time and take time for it, it was me sitting down in my room, flicking my wrist and closing my door shut. And I gave myself an hour to an hour and a half every night, well, 5 nights a week, let's be real, but every night to go over my studies, to go over the things that were important, to go over the things that I needed to do, so then I can go and do all of the things I wanted to do. And no matter what I did that night, I knew everything I needed was right in my bag. So all I had to do was roll out of bed, grab my bag, and I was prepared with everything that needed to be done. And I carried that throughout my life. Not so much closing a door anymore, but carving out time and making time and honoring the time that was going to help me build my future, build my dream, and live my vision. So whether that was closing a door, whether that was giving myself to say permission to, no, I'm not going to go to that party right now, or no, I'm not going to go do this or that right now. And then as I became an adult, and as you're an adult looking at this, there are so many things that you have to do today. And when it goes into that have to category, whether it's going to work, taking care of the kids, carting the kids here or there, doing dishes, washing clothes, getting the food ready, that list is amazing and it's astounding and it will cripple most people. But everybody's got that list. Can we make time? Can you make time and carve out time to live your vision? To achieve your dream, to achieve your definition of success by either carving out time throughout the day. So how do you make some little bit more time in the morning? How do you make a little bit more time in the evening and in the afternoon to get great at what's important to you? And whether that's studying something, learning something, doing something for your health and fitness, whatever it is, how do we put that in there? Or do we carve out a time to stay up later, wake up earlier, or give that half hour before bed? However it is, you know, in my work, in your world, what are you willing to do about it? It all started very simple for me, just doing this right here. And maybe it's that simple for you. But it's not about doing it one time. I could not have graduated. I could not started a business. I could not played football. I could not do all of the things with just doing this one time. It's doing this consistently. It's saying no to things consistently. It's saying yes to the right things consistently. So I'm going to leave you with this question. What have you overcome? What was the thing that you have taken advantage of in your life so far? What do you want to and need to say more no's to? What do you want to and need to say more yeses to achieve your definition of success and live your lifestyle vision, allowing you to live the best of your dreams? Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that was super helpful for you. This flick of the wrist, I've been on stage many times, and I know that has helped so many people. Share it with your kids. If people and you and I can do what we have to do, so then we can start to do what we want to do, it's amazing where our life will go. Guys, if you like this, check into youevolvingnow.com with more quotes and questions, more blogs, and all of the different things that we offer there. I look forward to seeing you next time. And if you're a company or a university or school, let's connect and let me make an impact to your people. Guys, thanks so much. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.